Hi, this is going to be my showcase of my two UDL reflections. The first one's going to be a s'more that I made. It's building on what you may know, being able to understand your students. Taking a back look at the material that we had learned during those 2 weeks, we had grasped the concept of the California Content Standards of Social Science in kindergarten and the purpose of understanding of why we have these standards for students to learn. What I feel was the main purpose of it is to be able to help young children be independent, informed, and as well as good citizens besides the cultural diversity and democratic society. Another interesting fact that I learned from this was cultural diversity and the community around the school districts is serve as an important part of teaching. Being able to understand all the different demographics of your students is a good way of understanding which students come from where and their backgrounds. These are all things to take into consideration when becoming a teacher. Um, we also had gone over the 10 themes of the social science standards, which was these 10 right here. We did go over the understanding of the Bloom taxonomy in education, which is a very important part of teaching. Bloom taxonomy is a type of hierarchy system for the education. There are 3 hierarchy models that are all used to be able to classify educational learning and objectives into different levels specifically and complexly. 3 learning objectives covered: um, sensory domains, cognitive, and effectiveness. It's a better way of understanding how your child can learn. We also went over the depth of knowledge, which is really important, I feel. To understand what your students are learning and the depth of what they are learning. When looking back at the Webb's depth of knowledge, also known as the DOK, it's able to help provide vocabulary and frame reference when trying to understand your students and how they may grasp concept. So it's really important. And some things to take into consideration as a teacher. When becoming a teacher, you have to be able to understand that every one of your students is going to be different, and you have to be able to take that into consideration when becoming a teacher. With that being said, you have to be the best teacher that you can be. Research your students to know where they come from, know their background, their culture, their ethnicity. Have they attended another school before? It's very important to know all the aspects of your students, especially for kindergarten. A lot of times you're the first teacher that they see or the first relationship the parents have with the teacher. So you want to make sure you know your students the best that you can and know them. The second one I did is a screencast. I felt this one was very important to include because it shows you the standard and learning objective, this was our learning objective that we did, and then these were our standard and substandard. So I felt this was very important, one that I did because I felt it included a lot of information that we had gone over. So I personally felt it was important. Thank you.